Today is the best day. Well, technically tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Do I really have to tell you? The great fucking news. It's
tomorrow
it's
beginning to look alive.
no, close. Not that song, but very close. It's ba. It's ba.
It's
ba.
oh, boom, boom, boom.
No.
What?
It's Bobby. It's Bobby, bitch. Bobby, bitch.
Oh, is Bobby
He's
coming
out tomorrow, baby. And right as he walks down, his hat's going to return to
Hasn't
Earth, just like Thor's hammer.
Hasn't Bobby Shmurda?
No, they tried to get him out early, like because of COVID, and then they were like, nope.
Wasn't he released like 1,000 times? Why is it every time that we think he's going to be released that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, this one's for sure now. Like his sentences ran up. He was going to get out early before, which was great news to everybody.
How come Trump didn't pardon him like the way he pardoned Lil Wayne?
And Kodak Black, dude, fucking, like Kodak Black's name is Bill? Like, why would he pardon somebody named Bill and not Bobby, bitch?
You know how so he was, as Trump was leaving office, like a lot of presidents, he just boom boom pardoning people.
Yeah,
so
I saw a good joke of that.
Obviously Tiger King was like, all right, bring it in. Bring it in. He had his bags packed and ready to go. Wait, he expected the pardon? Nothing.
Really?
Got nothing.
Well, there was no way, because there's like a very good possibility that he's just guilty, right?
I don't know anything about it, but it's not that
neither.
he is guilty. I mean, it's not that he might be guilty. I'm pretty sure
He is guilty.
he's like completely guilty of everything he's ever done.
Yes.
And like everybody loved him because of like how much of a character he was,
And how
but he's like a horrible person, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen the whole documentary.
Yeah.
But who cares?
I saw Trevor Noah pretty much go on to say everybody's like thanking Trump and saying how much he did for like, these African rappers and stuff. But he was like, but he did the one thing that a rapper doesn't want. Took away his street cred.
Oh, right. That's true.
Because he got pardoned by Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just fucked now. Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
Well, Lil Wayne was always rocking with him.
Yeah, that's so. There was quite a.
I think he was rocking with him so he could get that pardon.
It's also taxes.
Yeah,
He's just in general, like Republicans are going win over like
rich people. And guess what? Lil Wayne's rich.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of money.
Very.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much street cred you want.
yeah.
You got that money.
I also don't want to pay $1 million in taxes.
How was Lil Wayne going to go to jail again or prison? What was he doing?
Possession?
Of what?
It's always possession.
Of what?
Guns.
Yeah,
drugs.
Didn't he know that already? To like, hey man, just get that shit registered.
This is the same guy that brought lean to like an interview and just tipped it over. Like it just fell over. Like he spilt his and he was like, fuck. And he was all pissed off.
What is lean? It's just like it's just cough syrup, right? And then like mixed with what?
It's codeine. So it's
it's codeine, which is the cough syrup.
Yeah.
Mixed with.
That's it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's mixed
codeine and they're both.
And like Sprite and like.
Well, no, the lean is that's just dirty Sprite. It's what he poured lean into.
Lean is just codeine.
Yeah.
Lean isn't like
codeine and there's like codeine and something else in cough syrup, but it's just that. But not like NyQuil, like legit
I know
stuff.
Yeah, you can do they still sell codeine? Like, is that still like a prescribed drug?
It's prescribed, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can just get it.
I mean, if you need cough syrup, yeah.
Like if I have a bad cough.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just like
promethazine and codeine.
Yeah.
So,
I'm off that. Why does fucking 2 Chainz has a lyric?
I don't
know. Promethazine. I don't know.
My only one is J. Cole, where no promethazine, I'm a king, no lean, and.
Oh, so you're saying that he doesn't do any of that?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Cool. Thank God you're straight. He smokes weed though, right?
I don't think he's straight edge. Yeah.
He's not. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
So did we address the elephant in the room?
Yeah, we had one of our at least top 2 worst guests of all time last week.
Well, even before that, we had to evict one of our roommates.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Walked in on him in an orgy.
Yeah, it's weird doing that the first week up the gate.
Wait, that guy actually, unlike us, has like a career. So I don't think that we can slander
Just don't
him.
say his name. They don't know who we're talking about.
True. But we can't slander him. Like, if we made up some slanderous lies about each other, I think that it's just fine because what are we?
I wasn't going to say anything slanderous or anything.
Oh,
I was just going to
I was going to make up lies like how he.
No,
how we
I was
caught
just
him,
going to talk
like,
about how, like, I mean, last week was a rough podcast. I couldn't get a word in.
Yeah.
That guy wouldn't shut up.
That guy would not shut the fuck up, and it was annoying how talkative he was.
It's okay.
And even
you
before
said
the
it. You said it
podcast?
last week, right? It's the Monologue podcast.
Yeah.
Mano y mano.
Mano y mano.
Not mano y mano y mano.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, also, and if you think about it, like, this is a Batman household.
yeah,
Batman, and what is he like?
the Penguin.
Why didn't we say that earlier? He definitely is the Penguin,
Well, it wouldn't be anybody else.
and not like the Penguin from like the Wayne like TV show or whatever.
You're
You've
talking
seen
about
that one?
You're talking about Danny DeVito.
I'm
Penguin?
talking. Yeah, he's like Danny DeVito. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it.
Or
Wait,
the-
when you say the Penguin, that's what people think of is Danny DeVito.
No, it's. I also think
Nobody thinks of
the other person that I think of is from the like Adam West. That's
the
probably
Adam
who
West.
That's who I probably think.
Name him.
Of. I don't know him. I just know him as the Penguin because he's not like monstrous or
Yeah,
anything.
people other think of
It's definitely him.
the other thing of Danny DeVito, or they think of Fef. I mean, like, there's nobody else.
It's those two, and it's not even close. Yeah. Oh man.
You know what was really bothersome of him?
What?
The smell.
Yeah, it smelled like shit. Like he was here for 2 days, and I
Yeah.
clearly saw him shower.
I
So
know.
I don't know if he was just like turn the water on, and just hanging out in the bathroom for a while.
I don't know.
Like, hey guys, I do shower.
It was weird. He would come on. I just finished showering, guys. You heard me, right?
And he'd come out with like a low amount of water on him in comparison to a shower, but he was covered in a liquid.
You thought he just got sweaty in there?
I think so. I think that he just cranked the heat up in there and turned on the water.
Yeah, and I've tried to tell him before, that's not a shower, man. You gotta use soap. You gotta like run the water. Sweating isn't the shower.
Wait, that might actually be because I once went to a water park with him.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, that chlorine was bad. I gotta go take a shower. And he hopped in a sauna. I saw that guy go into a sauna for 30 minutes and started telling people, yeah, I just got to shower after every time I go in. And I was like, what does he mean by shower? And he was just sweating.
I know.
He thinks,
I know, you never connect in the dots until you really live with the person.
yeah.
It's funny how that happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens with relationships a lot, where like you think you know the person, and then you start living with them, and you find out that they have a huge coke addiction.
Yeah. It's
they're
crazy
just
that he
hiding.
threw us away for cocaine so quickly.
Well,
Wait, we've said his name. We can't slander him now.
you said that.
Huh? No, you said his name.
No, you said he had a cocaine addiction.
You said-
I was gonna say you start living with him, you find out he doesn't shower. You wanted to bring up the
You
cocaine.
said cocaine.
I know. I was using that as an example.
Oh.
I was using that as an example. You fucking idiot.
Okay, maybe that guy doesn't have cocaine shit. But there was some sort
I
of...
was using that as like that's a real thing. When sometimes I've heard like this story before where this couple seemingly is like great,
Yes.
but living with them you just find out who they really are. And there has been relationships that like die because they're like, oh shit, you have like a real like a drug problem.
That's something that I don't understand. Maybe
I was using that as an example to talk about how he hides the fact that he doesn't shower.
and I was ready to throw drugs at him.
I know.
And I wasn't even going to start at coke. I was going to say that guy had a big heroin problem.
Oh, yeah.
Methamphetamines, all of it. Mm-hmm. And we had to get rid of all that stuff by smoking it. Mm-hmm. And we smoked a lot of heroin and meth in the last few days just to get over it.
And he helped.
He did. He was like, hey, this is a parting gift, guys. I will say this. I think that me and you have like a friendship where we don't change for each other as much as like anybody else. Like even when I go in front of another person, I'm a little bit different. When you go in front of somebody else, you're a little bit different. Not as much as me, but like everybody kind of does that to an extent. Mm-hmm. And I think that me and you, even before moving in, it was clear as day what my flaws were.
Oh shit. Keep going. Yeah, they were cut.
But yeah, I think that it was very obvious, more so me, what my flaws were. before you moved in with me. Is there things though? I asked you this early on, like almost every week. Is there things that have surprised you?
No. Literally nothing.
Nothing surprises you?
No.
Is
No.
Is it worse?
No, there's things that are just confirmed for me.
Like what?
Like when you lived at your old place, you guys had a dishwasher and dishes were done, and you were like, I do my dishes all the time, which is true, but you let those bitches sit a little bit. And I was like, I knew that's what he does.
I mean, this most recent time
You do
was,
let it.
this was the longest that the dishes have sat.
I'm just saying that you do that.
Your dishes sat too.
Huh?
Your dishes were in there.
How many? No, not really.
You had more dishes than me in there than I had.
Like what?
You had 2 plates.
I didn't. What have I eaten with plates?
You had 2 plates.
Of what?
Because I don't use plates.
Yeah, we don't have paper plates.
Yeah, I know.
So what were the plates from?
Whatever you used them for.
I didn't. I haven't.
You have let the dishes sit.
No.
Yes.
No, none of those dishes were mine. What have I eaten here?
Like, you don't let them sit as long as me?
No, but of the fast food, what were the plates from?
I don't know. You used them for something.
No, I didn't.
They were not mine.
They weren't mine.
Okay, then they're magically there.
Yeah.
They're like, because I know for a fact the coffee mugs.
Some of the coffee mugs, sure.
Yeah. So like that was the dishes I did today.
Yeah.
Which were sitting there for like 2 or so days.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm just saying.
But like, dishes don't need to be done right away.
Sometimes.
No.
I do dishes right away.
Yeah, but that's also different because a lot of times when you make dishes, you use every single dish in our house.
Well, we just don't have. Well, if I'm making food.
Yes.
Right.
And that's when you do your dishes right away.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't do dishes right away either.
Disagree.
If you don't make a meal, you don't do your dishes right away.
What was your point you were trying to get at?
What I was asking is there anything that surprised you more or less?
No.
You take that one way, because 2 to 3 days, I think that everybody comment down below, which nobody will. That's not a long time to leave dishes set.
No.
Especially if we have
No, it's fine. I just knew that, like, I knew that was coming, right? It's not nearly as bad as it used to be where I used to live. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like...
I'd go as far to say that it's not bad at all.
No, it isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
No, but you asked me I was like, just things were confirmed for me. I was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah,
and so nothing surprised me.
But would you say that that's worse? So you thought, but you're saying...
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you do
What
that.
I'm asking, is it worse than you expected?
No.
Or better?
It's the exact.
It's better than you expected, for sure.
Why is it better?
Because when you saw in my old house, there would always be dishes piled up. Like, overflowing on
but
us.
that was like the whole family.
Yes.
Yeah, I expected, like... the dishes that you were to do to let them sit for a little bit.
But I've done that too.
You asked me. I'm not trying to attack. I'm not trying to attack you. You asked me.
Yes.
Is it what you expected? Is it worse, better, worse? And I said,
I hate it because it's recency bias, because it's only happened 2 or 3 times
it's not that bad
in the
man.
last few months.
Why do you?
But it's better than it was at my old house.
You taking it as
it's
an
better than it
attack?
was at my old house.
Right, because you had like 1,000 people living there.
Yes.
But you guys also had a dishwasher that nobody wanted to do.
Yeah, nobody did that shit.
I don't know how that's possible.
I hate dishwashers. Because even my dishes that I do, I wouldn't use the dishwasher.
That's crazy. I mean, like...
I hate that shit.
You just put it all in and then unload it.
It never was good. That dishwasher was always shitty.
Well, that's... that's not like... I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, you probably did and
no.
didn't. I mean, I don't get it, because you also would be at the house forever and never realize that the water was like not good.
No, yeah, I mean it definitely tasted like different, but I never was like...
Yeah, the dishwasher was bad.
So yeah, no, I never... Nothing has surprised me really.
At all?
No.
For better or for worse?
Neither. I know who you are.
I guess that's good in a way, but...
Why?
I've been a good roommate.
You think you've done better than you think you?
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've done exactly what I think you would do. I think you've like... I think
that you've been worse.
You haven't overachieved. You haven't underachieved. Why? You want me to just say you're a great roommate?
No, because I don't think that I'm a great roommate. Do you ever get self-conscious about your roommate ability?
No.
No. I do sometimes.
Why?
I don't fix it.
What do you get self-conscious about?
Just like, oh man, maybe I'm not pulling my weight at this house.
Okay.
Maybe I'm making this guy not sleep here enough.
Okay.
and then I feel bad about it, and then I'm like, I should be better.
Yeah, and then
And
what do you
that's
do?
about as far as it gets.
So I'm glad you feel bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel bad. I just knew what this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
You want to say anything about my roommate abilities before we move on?
No, it's just that out of all my roommates I've ever had,
Which is
Theft was by far the worst. Like, that guy, we had to show him that, like, you don't just piss in the sink every single time.
I know. It's crazy he's gotten to this point that he did not realize. I was like, hey, man, that's my girlfriend. Like, going to the bathroom.
Yeah. And not just, like, the downstairs sink, like, in the basement near your washer and dryer.
Any sink.
Just all sinks.
So he was talking about, like, he wants to min-max his movement, right?
Yes.
So, like, if he had a bottle nearby, he's pissing in the bottle.
Yeah. It took everything, like, out of me to pull him away from the corner.
That was a TikTok that I saw. I guess this guy had a roommate where he was a business major, so he was just talking about, like, min-maxing, like, within business. So he was just learning about that. So he's like, I won't go to the bathroom if I have these bottles. I'll just fill up the bottles and pour them out the window.
It's really bad, but there was a point, I think this weekend, or maybe another time, maybe like a week ago, where I was playing video games and I was in the middle of something, but I had to piss really bad, and it took everything out of me not to grab like the McDonald's cup and just fill that puppy up while at the computer.
Hey, sometimes, not all the time, but if you have a thought like that, keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah.
You don't need to bring that up to me.
I think I was drinking and we were like in the middle of a conversation. I have this issue. Do you, like, when I'm in the middle of a conversation, it's hard for me to like pull myself out of it.
If I feel like there's a lull coming, I can dip out. But if the person keeps going on and I can't like stop them, I stop responding to them until they kind of get the point.
Oh, so okay. See, like me, I just like, it sucks because I feel like then
Just
if I stop talking,
give them silence.
Is that it?
Without question.
Because me and you are kind of the same in that, where if there's a conversation going on, we're at the forefront of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
For the most part, like we're either driver or navigator of.
Yeah, it's not. You're saying that in a reference to like when you're at a gathering with a group of people.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm here to hang out with them. I can't say I am the same when I am going to a place and I run into somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't have any intention of like.
Yeah, no, not that.
That's a different one.
What I'm saying is like hanging out with friends.
Yes, if I'm in a group of people, I'm not like.
Or like if I'm like on Discord.
I'm usually not a passive person within the conversation. I'm usually like an active part of the group. Same with you. Mm-hmm. But if you're ever in a situation where you're like, I got to get out of this conversation, just stop not talking. Just stop talking, because also you talking makes the other person think that they should talk too. You just have to. You got to be the aggressive one and be like.
And I'll have times too, even where like, even though I know that I want the conversation to end, I'll bring up like, because I don't like to say that I'm like a great conversationalist, but knowing how like if you want to have like a discussion or conversation, like throwing out open-ended like questions or statements that can be worked upon will make like the conversation go like longer and stuff. And I'll accidentally throw something in there where it's like a cliffhanger. Not even. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll say something that like other people will have thoughts on. So therefore, like I say something accidentally, and it just makes the conversation go even longer.
I don't know how you have the issue with it over Discord.
Really?
I can literally just leave Discord in the middle of somebody saying something.
That pisses me off.
Why?
So much.
Why?
So rude.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
See, the issue.
They're not even in front of me. I don't care.
Exactly. Though.
They're basically not real.
I have more Discord conversations than I do normal life conversations.
I know you do.
Like far more.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I do.
But that being said, I do think that it is funny at times, though. Like
funny at times, do it all the time.
Well, yeah, because people like that are funny to me, and it's like then you just give them shit like, You just never say bye? You just
No, because you're coming back, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You're not like who's holding you there? There's no physical presence to stop me.
That's the other thing though, is nobody could hold me there.
Nobody's holding me there.
Nobody could hold me there.
Exactly.
No, even if they were there in person.
Physically?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also do that.
Nobody's holding me.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, defensively, offensively, if I'm running around,
even if
nobody is. What you're not understanding is if I'm in the paint, nobody's holding me.
If you're in the normal conversation,
if
you're taking it to the rim,
no one is holding me.
Yeah, you can finish left, you can finish right. It don't matter.
If I'm in my fucking Ford F-150 driving around the track, no one is holding me.
Yeah,
I'm a menace.
You're easily getting 40.
Yeah, I'm a fucking menace at all sports. I did have to have that conversation with
who?
With my guild.
About what?
Where they were like, hey, because I'd say this for most people that I meet. And maybe it's me being overconfident, but I want to know your take on it.
Yeah.
And this is kind of serious.
Okay, I'll give you a kind of serious answer then.
If I play, think of World of Warcraft players for the most part. There is anomalies, right? Like think of my friends, because you know that some of the people that I play with World of Warcraft, there's some normal ones.
Yes, but for the general, you're saying generalized World of Warcraft people? Yes. They're fucking nerds.
But like also throw like
they're geeks,
like other people in there.
Yeah. Then you have like a Gabe.
Yeah.
And Gabe is cool, obviously. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's normal.
But like my guild is there's some
I'm sure there's some freaks in there. I'm sure there's like very normal people. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's
some people that work out. But somebody asked me, hey, do you think that anybody in the guild could beat you up? And then it took me a second, because
I don't know who's in your guild,
and I want to do two. Well, just think of general like World of Warcraft players. There's some people that are like,
I don't. So the only people. So Gabe is a big man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
If you have
there's no Gabes in my guild.
If there's somebody like Gabe size, you have potential.
Yeah, potential to lose.
Because like, does he work out actually, Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and he's fucking.
But
he's got like.
But now I want two circumstances.
2 feet on you.
I also threw this at him. I was like, give me two I was like, I'll give you two.
Are they average statured men like
there's
me?
a chance that if one of them like comes up to me at like a random restaurant and like pushes me, and then we get into a fight there's a possibility randomly that I might lose. And I'd say I'd beat 19 out of 20 of them. There's like a 1 in 20 chance I lose.
Okay, I'll tell you how you lose, right? Mm-hmm. For one, they run around. If they outsize you, right? Which is, let's say they don't outsize you, they're just normal.
Because I don't think that many people outstrength me.
No, I know. I agree. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
Here's the real way they beat you. It's the running around.
Yes. It's tiring me out.
It's tiring you out.
But then I gave them another circumstance. I said, I guarantee if you give me this circumstance, I can go to most like communities in World of Warcraft and I will whoop everybody's ass. You tell me
if you go to a BlizzCon, you think you can beat anybody there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Or like hey, 9 months from now you guys are fighting in a ring, or a year from now you guys are fighting in a ring. If you give me that setup and I'm committed to it.
So you're the Batman in the World of Warcraft. He can beat anybody with prep time?
Yes.
That's what you're trying to say?
No, what I'm saying is I can get in so much better shape than anybody.
Yes, because of muscle memory.
Yeah.
Because you've already been in that shape to get to back to a point where you're pretty consistent.
And then
you'll be able to get to a pretty strong place probably faster than majority of the people in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I ran into a chase moment not like a chase moment, but I ran into a thing where I said, you guys realize like there was a time where I was an athlete and that muscle memory is there.
Hey, why do you keep saying
there was a time?
Were?
Exactly.
Tell them I am an athlete.
Yeah. But people will laugh at that sentiment, which is just so crazy to me.
Well, I mean, it's not that crazy.
Huh?
It's not that crazy. I guess. If people don't know who you are, yeah.
And like they'll fight it and like they just like brush it off. But
I mean, you can change that.
No.
It's kind of the same mentality
because
of
this is a win-win.
Sometimes you think to yourself, oh, maybe I should be a better roommate. You just said that, right? And you're gonna like, should I do anything about it? I'm not saying you have to change that, but also sometimes you can probably think,
No, I do feel bad about that sometimes. But then I go like, oh, it's a win-win. Like,
what? The health thing?
Yeah.
What's the win-win?
1, I'm a fucking absolute unit.
Yeah.
2,
Sure.
eat good. 3, win-win-win, cardiac arrest.
Eat good. When you say eat good,
Yummy, yum, yummy. Num, 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 num.
let's
Tasty, tasty, tasty.
today's Monday.
Yes, sir.
From Monday to Monday, how many pizzas have you had?
7.
Be real.
Wait, what?
How many pizzas have you had?
From this Monday to last Monday?
Yeah. How many pizzas have you ordered?
3 at least.
3 at least. So, if you say eating good,
Yummy, yummy, yummy. Num, 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 num. No, today technically doesn't count because I had 1 slice of pizza.
but would you count a papadilla?
Papadilla's different.
Yeah, I guess so. It just has all the same ingredients.
Better ingredients. Papa John. You know what I'm saying? That shit's good.
Does Papa John like the papadilla? The man?
Yeah. He talked about the papadilla on
I can't remember. I thought he didn't like it
No, he likes it.
because he wasn't part of that creative process, right?
He likes papadilla. Because I think that Ethan was like, yeah, I had a papadilla. It was really good. He's like, yeah, those papadillas are good.
Okay.
Yeah, papadillas are fucking good. But yeah, it's a win-win-win. It's an absolute unit.
Sure.
Hard to move.
Eating yummy.
Eating yum, 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 yum.
Yep.
Dum, 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 dummy. 3, cardiac arrest.
No problem, I guess.
All wins.
Yeah, I don't see any issues with that.
Yeah, because like I'm a firm believer on heaven and hell, right? Like I've always been a firm Christian.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say something else, but okay.
And if you you don't go to heaven,
but
it's not technically suicide if you eat yourself into a cardiac arrest.
go to the Golden Gate, and they're like, "Oh, you're in on a technicality, my man. Get in here."
They're like, you were eating 7 pizzas a week just to get in here, my man.
Yeah, didn't technically kill, not directly. Yeah, indirectly kill yourself. You are good to go.
Actually, for this one, we're going to throw Papa John in hell for you, buddy. He was going to do it himself anyways, but
yeah, you know what they say? Everything's good in excess.
yes, they've always said that.
I know. If you like it, don't stop.
Here's what I'm saying.
Keep it trucking.
Is like, if you like something,
yeah, keep eating it.
Why you getting something else?
I know.
You know what I mean? What's your favorite food? Burger?
Yeah.
Why are you eating anything else?
I know. I have like 6 burgers a week.
Exactly.
I know.
It's just substantially worse than everything else that you could eat. Those other things are good, right? If they're there, num num num, yummy, yummy, yummy. But if I have my choice, it's pizza.
Speaking of ordering food, can you believe that Applebee's didn't have the classic sampler?
Yeah.
Nor quesadillas?
There's a reason why they're going out of business.
The fact that I saw that, I'm fucking happy that they're going out.
Yeah. Because I did kind of crave the quesadilla. Like, here's the thing. When you give me the appetizer sampler.
Yeah, let's start from the top. If you go to Applebee's and you don't get the appetizer sampler,
yeah,
you're wrong.
Or
You're wrong.
if you, I mean, I'll give you this. If you just get wings.
Sure, if you get or
wings and
I guess an individual appetizer. If you get anything but appetizers there,
yes, just
you're
wrong.
Wrong. I'm not gonna name any names, but we ordered with somebody else, and somebody didn't get the appetizers.
Yeah,
and that person, who happens to be a girl.
See, and also we over ordered too because I didn't know that going in. You should have told me that.
What? Oh, you thought, okay.
In my mind, I was like, oh, we're all eating appetizers.
Yeah.
And so I looked at the what you ordered, and I was like, this is one of each.
Yeah, she never does the appetizers.
That's so wrong.
I know it's wrong. She loves the fucking whatever the thing is.
The salad?
I don't know. It's something.
Yeah, it's the appetizers are just the best thing there.
How much money do we spend on Applebee's? I'll tell you $100.
Yeah.
Get it delivered.
And it's just like the appetizers are good. And even I'll say this.
Oh, we also have to say to anybody, we're aware what Applebee's is.
Yes.
We're not like,
that's annoying to me. Is like
anybody who says like, how can you eat there? We know what it is.
Yeah.
We're not saying it's fucking a 5-star restaurant. It's Applebee's.
And it's also like at this point, it's like the same reason why I go to Quick Trip. Quick Trip is a convenience store that has like chicken patties and stuff like that. I eat them because it reminds me of like high school, right? Like it's a nostalgic feeling eating these chicken patties because it's like high school. This is nostalgic to me blacking out when I was fucking 21 on $1 Long Island's at Applebee's. And just like, you know, having to go to the bathroom every now and then, see if my buddy's awake in there.
I eat Applebee's because I just want to get a little bit closer to that Golden Gate, baby. I just want to feel, I want to touch God there. You eat that, you're struggling with your stomach, and you feel like you're touching God.
It's crazy because you joke, but I've been there. I've seen the gates. I've eaten. The other day, I unironically got blackout drunk.
Okay.
On Discord.
Hey, when is you don't need to say unironically. When do you black out and go, this is irony? There's no irony there.
Did we bring this up in the last podcast where you were like, man, really crushed the 30 pack, huh? And I go, do you think I have a problem? But I get drunk.
Every
on Discord, order some pizza. Get the pizza delivered.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never done this. And you can say, fat man. But I also normally order like sides. So like it's hard for me to eat a whole pizza. I just, and I'm leaning over, grabbing slices of pizza, fall out of my chair, grabbing a slice of pizza.
That's pretty embarrassing.
On my face. Look down, whole pizza gone.
Speaking of alcohol, I think you buy what I love about... Actually, there's a love. I get a love-hate relationship with alcohol that we have in this home.
Why?
Because if you like it, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Just completely gone.
If I like it,
yeah.
Not you.
I'm talking about you.
Just
if
me.
you like it, gone, disappeared, cease to exist.
Mm-hmm.
So what's nice about that is. Sometimes also you'll decide I'm even going to drink the stuff I don't like, and you'll get rid of stuff that I'll never drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's the benefit. Here's the thing I dislike. If I like it too, I get like one or two.
Same with the Coca-Colas.
I know. I got a 24 pack of Mexican Cokes. I think I literally out of the pack drank
Is this because
5.
I've been drinking some of those Spotted Cows?
Have you? Did you start drinking the Spotted Cows yet?
A couple times, yeah.
I figured you were going to drink a couple.
Yeah. I've been doing this.
I'm honestly surprised they've lasted this long.
Yeah, I am too. Well, the only reason why they last so long was because I felt bad. The whole roommate thing, I was like, I should drink all these motherfuckers.
All I hope is that when I go into the fridge, I can grab a Spotted Cow.
Yeah. I wish that always, though. Because when I want one, I want one.
Yeah, but yours is different because you will just keep... The clock will hit midnight on Friday, and that's... You're just slamming those beers. You're getting into there.
I'm full on fucking Piper Perry blacked, dude.
You're not drinking like a one-off beer, unless you're getting blacked out.
That's not true.
Well, that isn't true.
I've been having about a beer a day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Yeah, and then I drink 20 at a time sometimes.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20 is about right.
Yeah.
I'd say 15 because you crank 15 one night and then you'll crank out the next 15 the next night.
Yeah. The issue is that I never clear the full 30. If you notice this, I get like 28. Right.
Yeah. And then a couple left.
It's because I'll get to it and I'll go back to the fridge and I'm grabbing them you'll see me even on Fridays when you're here. I'll grab like 3 at a time walking in my room, 3 at a time walking in my room. Mm-hmm. And I'm grabbing them multiples at a time. And I'll grab like the last, like there'll be like 5 in there and I grab 3 and I'm like, oh no. And I start pounding shots. I'm like, I can't be drinking all these beers. I'm going to be all out.
Oh, so it's like a mental thing. You don't want to be out of beer?
Just for the night. And it's like while I'm drunk, I'm like, no, I'm going to be like out of beer and I'm forced to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
And then I just end up drinking the alcohol anyways for a bit.
Do you think it'd be really hard for you to not drink on a weekend?
No.
You don't think so? Mm-mm. Okay. All right.
Do you think it would be hard for me?
I don't know. I think it'd be hard for me to not drink in a week.
It would be hard for me to not drink in a weekend. if like say we went to Beth and Tyler's and I just decided not to drink. It'd be hard for me probably.
I think it'd be really, really hard for me to not drink throughout the week.
That'd be easy for me.
Like the whole week without drinking, without like a one. I think it's really easy for me to not get drunk because I can drink and not get drunk.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard for me to not have at least one.
If I had one beer on a Friday,
Yeah.
it'd be hard for me to just not
Keep going.
throw a straw in this fucker. We're beer bonging it.
I don't. When you're on Discord with people, is everybody drinking or is it just you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like just as much, if not more.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's not. Come on.
But that being said, my buddy in my guild, Scuff from Battle Creek, I always tell you about Battle Creek boys. He is a firm believer, and like I meme him about
this
it.
guy can outdrink you.
Not even him, but like that. Just like his group of friends can like outdrink everybody, which I guess like we also have like the same. Because
Isn't that every Midwest friend group?
Maybe
That's just a Midwestern thing, man.
But then like I don't know. It's hard to compare because they aren't beer drinkers either. Okay. Whereas we'll be beer drinkers and like get really fucked up. But like we also drink liquor, I think.
Yeah, this past weekend I just killed half a bottle of whiskey by myself. Just drinking straight whiskey.
Did you?
Yeah.
What?
When I was at my parents' house, I just was pouring out my glasses of whiskey and just drinking that.
It's so weird.
I drank nothing but that.
Yeah, because like him and his friend group, they'll all buy like a fifth.
Yeah.
And they'll like drink that to themselves.
For the night?
That's
a lot. That's a lot. I did half of one.
Yeah. And but like I don't know if they kill it.
They won't kill the bottle?
Like I don't think that each of them kill it. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure that they have before, but
I think that's a slippery slope. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, definitely.
that felt
especially whiskey.
Yeah,
there's something about whiskey where it's like if you're slamming like half a bottle of whiskey, you got problems.
I'm of the opinion that the type of alcohol doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that matters at all.
I think that you're more judged with whiskey.
Yeah, well, you might be more judged, but I literally don't think the type of alcohol changes.
Like vodka?
Yeah, I don't think it changes like the drunk.
Oh, no, not that way. I'm not saying that way.
Oh, in terms of judgment?
Yeah, I think that
I don't know why.
Like you have a problem if you're drinking a half a bottle of whiskey.
In a night?
Yeah, in a night.
That's not a problem.
Whereas like if
I drink
if you're drinking a half a bottle of vodka, you're just like, that guy parties. That guy's partying, you know what I mean?
That guy's cool, man.
It's like this stigma of like the guy's drinking whiskey because like he had a tough week.
Well, that's because whiskey has just been like the American alcohol.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that's what people when they say they turn to the bottle, they turn to the whiskey because America produces whiskey.
Yeah, maybe.
But vodka, we didn't start drinking vodka till Moscow Mules.
But that's like that guy parties. You know what I mean?
That guy's fucking sick, man.
That guy's dope. You have any idea how fast I was going?
Yeah, nobody drank clear liquid or liquor in America until like way super late. Now everything is drank.
Yeah.
It's weird when people are drinking tequila. Nobody thinks that is the party one. You can drink as much tequila as you want, and nobody will ever think you have a problem.
Yeah, because like even then, like there's a lot of. This might be a stereotype.
It might be because it's the Mexican alcohol.
Yeah, because like when you see like a Mexican guy, and he clearly has a problem because you never see him, and he's not drunk.
Yeah,
like but nobody ever goes, that guy's an alcoholic.
Never.
You never call a Mexican guy an alcoholic.
Yeah, white guys are only alcoholics.
Yeah, I mean, there's black guys that are alcoholics too. Even I think
white guys, white people in general though take drinking to an extreme that most races I think do not.
Really? I think the Mexicans
might also drink
but it's just too. Like they're like it's that whole like vodka
what I'm saying about the white people thing is that you know how like during the college era or like even high school like blacking out is like in like we hang out with white people for the most part.
Yeah.
It was just it seemed like as a badge of honor in a sense. That isn't like black people don't do that.
No, yeah.
No. You know
I think that we could go up to like a large amount of like if we asked by race. I do think that white people would be like I'd say probably 80% of dudes would be like, yeah, I blacked out before.
Yeah.
Whereas like it maybe be like 50-50 with black, maybe like 80-20 with
I don't think I mean,
Mexican people probably.
we're obviously generalizing. Mexican, I don't know.
Because I don't understand it. Because like you run into like a fucking old Mexican guy wearing a sombrero. He's like already like 3/4 of the way through his like tequila bottle, offering you some. And as he's offering you some, pouring it up, like, oh man, that guy
seems like a cool guy.
That guy's done drinking, and then he pulls another tequila bottle out of nowhere. He's like, I had this one in the cabinet.
And he doesn't seem like an alcoholic. You're just that guy just likes to party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like if a white guy does that,
with like a bottle of vodka,
and you know what it is white people don't know how to handle it, or not handle it. They just like when they're fucked up, you're like, oh, this guy is fucked up.
Yeah, well, they're never fun.
Yeah. they're like half drooling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because I'll black out once a weekend.
Still?
Brown out.
Yeah.
I'll brown out quite a bit.
I feel like COVID has really started to like take over for me.
What do you mean?
I feel like there was definitely in the beginning of this pandemic, I was not drinking like at all.
Yeah.
But now towards the end, I feel like I've just like
you have been drinking more.
Way more.
And like I said the other time, it was the first time in probably about 1 to 2 years where you got drunk, like drunk, and you were like, you pressed on. Yeah. Because other times you're just ready to, you're like, well, I'm drunk. Like, and not just like, oh, I just got to the point where I'm like, you'll get to a point where you're like pretty fucking drunk and you just know. So then it doesn't seem like you are because you just go to sleep right away.
Yep.
This time you got to that point and you're like, all right, I think that we got to go. And we're like, nope. And you're like,
I'm not a big fan of doing that
anymore.
No, I don't like it.
How come?
I just think that it's not like, I don't think doing that all the time is healthy. Like physically or like a mental thing. Like I think it's okay to be like, you know, we're good. We're good for it. Like I don't need a drink to have fun, you know. It is fun to do it once in a while, but I don't think it's worth it.
The thing is, I guess I don't know, because
also like I'm starting to feel like not great after drinking.
Yeah.
Where before, like I
slept till 8 p.m. yesterday, 9ish. Yeah. But I was also up till 7 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
We were like doing a podcast and stuff.
I guess. For the whole time?
Till like 4.
What time did you start?
Midnight, 11.
Why would you start so late?
Just that's when we finished gaming.
And you wanted to go for 4 hours?
And we went for a while. It was just like talking on Twitch. So like,
yeah,
we were just goofing. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's also different because I've blacked out before. It's been a while since I've blacked out where like, I actually can't remember the last time I did it. Where like, remember when I was 21 and I'd like do like the brawl thing?
Yeah, I
haven't done that.
Something like that has only happened to me.
That's probably only happened like 4 to 5 times.
That's definitely only happened to me like twice. And partly it has to do with me sleeping. Like if I start to like sleep, people like you will pick me up and like just push me and I'll just continue on. Yeah. Usually I don't remember any of those.
Yes.
There's been nights where I've woken up in my bed with like injuries on me and like no idea.
Zero recollection.
One of the times you threw me into the wall, so I had like a pounding on my head.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
So I guess there's the brawl. There, which is where I got into a fight at Summerfest.
Yeah.
With a lot of people.
Yep.
There is the time that I got robbed.
Yeah.
And had to get a ride from
the
biker chick.
Or not on your birthday.
And then also on my birthday.
Okay. Yeah, it's something about it where
there's also probably a couple more.
Like I can't remember the specific medical terms.
Beer Olympics.
Sure.
And specifically the Friday night where I pissed in my parents' kitchen.
That was funny.
That was the most blacked out I've been in recent times.
Well, that one was worth it.
Yeah. See, there is like
here.
All of mine have come with good stories. So I give that.
Yeah, I guess I don't think that should be like a framework of like.
That's how I live my life.
I guess this is okay because you got cool stories out of it. All right. Well, I guess if you want to do it that way.
What are you, a pussy?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You gotta put it's, you know what it sounds like? You're not committed to the game.
Yeah, I know. Sounds like a quitter.
You're not committed to the game.
No, I'll do it every now
I
and then.
I love the fucking game.
I know.
So
And somebody's got to be the best at it.
James,
Yeah.
Lawrence, Schutz.
Yeah, nobody's telling LeBron to retire.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep cranking it out. You still got 2 more championships
What,
to go win.
see, the thing is, but you're looking at it the wrong way. Nobody's telling LeBron to stop practicing
I know.
or working out.
No.
Because that's what blacking out is for me. Is I'm laying this groundwork.
I know. That's the finals.
I'm laying the groundwork for these.
Me drinking on the weekends, that's me putting in the work. That's
Me
practice.
fucking putting it in.
That's,
What is this without me blacking out?
what is this without you blacking out?
Yeah.
Literally the exact same.
What are we doing here then?
That's true. In a way, we sort of started this podcast to talk about the drinking stories,
Yeah.
but we have definitely gone away from that.
Yeah, now it's just strictly masturbation.
Which really is what I always
What
wanted
was
to
the
get
time
into.
on it when we
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
What are we at now?
35.
Oh, so we got like 15.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say?
You're not going to bring this up at all?
What? Oh, the Life Rip shirt. Oh, you want to talk about Chris?
Yeah. He's back, baby.
Yeah, he had.
And he didn't do anything wrong.
Everything was consensual.
Yeah.
Rewatching the video, I guess he definitely he is at fault.
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't think that he pushes blame. I mean, he doesn't address the things that I think that people were trying to cancel him for. Because did anybody, or me or you, right? Why did you hate him? Or not hate him. What were you upset about?
I think I've been consistent with saying this, is that it's not that I thought he raped these girls or
Okay, if you're going to take that stance, I don't think that that's what your stance was originally.
that he raped these girls.
No, you were upset that about it because you thought that it was underage minor.
I said it seems like he was going after young girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them might have slipped in there that have been underage, right?
Okay.
So that I was like, that's fucked up in general, because even if he doesn't think he has power over these girls, I mean, he's a 30 something, almost pushing 40-year-old. I mean, throughout he said it in his 30s the whole time, but he's a 30-year-old guy going after young girls.
Yeah.
So technically legal if he is doing the 18 stuff, right?
Yes.
So technically that is legal. But also it just to me it always...
So you were upset about the power thing?
No, I don't really... Am I upset about it? No, I just
Or do you think
I
he was
just think that shit's kind of predatory.
Really?
It's just... I think it's weird to go after, because just the fact that them turning 17 to 18, even though it's legal, it just feels weird to me. I'm 25 now. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'd ever want to date an 18-year-old.
That is weird. That
was just always weird to me.
Don't get me wrong.
And I thought if he's what he's accused of at minimum was having pressuring underage girls into having sex. I was that's illegal and that's fucked up and it shouldn't be.
Yes.
But what we know is true is that he goes after underage or young girls in general, and I was that's kind of weird and that's strange, and I don't know why. Why wouldn't you, if you go to a high schooler, one of the girls, for example, was this is a confirmed one. So you see the messages he's sending her, and they're all consistent, you want to make out, come to my room, shit like that. And then she was I'm just set, or I'm 17 or some shit, or I don't know. Essentially she said her age, so he's haha, too young, right? But before this he's just definitely pressing on the girl.
Yeah.
Which is if you're in that mode, I kind of get it, because he's just going girl after girl after girl.
Well, he even said it. He was I just looked for messages of people saying that they were coming to my show tonight, see if they were an attractive girl, and then he'd message them.
So what's annoying about that one is that if you had just checked her Facebook or Instagram, you look at 2 photos, you see her on the school bus. So it's like, all right, Chris, like,
Hey.
I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but like that
You never
shit's-
know if that's just a sexy school bus.
So like,
Every now and then, you never had a fucking sexy school
I
bus
know.
party? You're 24 throwing a sexy school bus party? I do that.
so I was like, it's tough because legally I don't think he's in the wrong, and should he be canceled and lose everything for it? I don't know. It's tough to say, but at
don't think so.
the bare minimum, it was definitely a
I
little weird.
I'll say this.
Look too close to comfort.
And I do joke around. The whole power dynamic thing, I get. But like, the thing is, the issue is, I don't think that a lot, especially with the comedians, I don't think that they changed. Like, I don't think that he was doing it, right? Or Louis C.K. for that matter. I don't think that they were doing
Those
it.
are two different examples, but I'll talk about both of them though.
They're both the same. They both had this power-ish.
There's some differences. I'll tell you the differences.
Maybe.
So we'll talk about the Chris one first. This is how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're just older in general, your knowledge and compassion for relationships is way broader than an 18-year-old girl.
Not for me.
Maybe not for you.
Well, because when I was 18, I knew the language of love.
Right. Maybe not for you.
I knew.
But you're an anomaly.
Yeah, I came out fucking the womb, sweet talking my nerves. Like,
I know.
brush my hand up against
I
it.
know. You took a look at that pussy when you came out too.
I was like, hey, baby girl, give me 18 years.
I know.
Slapped her on the face. She ended up being a chubster, so I never went back to her.
So yeah, you didn't really like her.
Yeah.
You know you.
Yeah.
With Chris, when you're just in general older, you understand how to, like, there's no nerves anymore. You're just not at the same level in all. Just in general with the age.
Yeah.
Strictly.
You're just more experienced.
You're just experienced, right?
Okay.
So you can
Now,
like.
what about Louis?
I'm not done. So then you add on top of he's like a good-looking, famous guy, and a comedian, right?
Okay.
And these girls are coming to his shows. They already have like this idea.
But do you think that he was different when he was like, say, 30 than when he was like 22? I don't. I think that guy's always been a good-looking dude
Sure.
who slutted around
Yeah, for sure.
and just always was that way, which isn't.
But it probably
which isn't-
amplified when he got some notoriety and fame.
I don't think that it did.
He said it did.
You know why?
He said in that video
Well,
it did.
yeah, I mean it did, but it didn't. He was having more sex, doing more sex.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean I guess this is wrong because they're just saying.
But he definitely was he definitely
was-
hold around probably.
There was more people hitting him up, right? Too
Yeah.
at the same time. So like it wasn't so much him. It was just that like this is going to come off wrong because it is what's partially wrong with it, but I don't think that what's wrong with it is the cause is there's more access to it. And not because he has this power over them, but it's more because he's more known, more people are hitting him up. More people are at his shows. He's introduced to more people. So therefore his like slutty nature, it's amplified, but I don't think that it's because he has this like maybe there's like a one-off, but I think that also goes with like everybody and anybody, right? Like I'm sure that there's like even in high school there was girls that like, you know, made out or had sex with like a quarterback because like, oh hey, like this guy's the cool kid at school.
That is an interesting point, right? Like, there's always going to be like a shift in the dynamic, but
It's also hard for me to say, and maybe like it is wrong because I am not a woman, like I am not a girl, right? Like so, like I don't have the same emotions and like I mean maybe
also, what would
everybody,
you say? What would we be saying if Chris was just like a fucking hot girl comedian, same age, doing it to guys?
Yeah,
We wouldn't even talk about it, probably.
legitimately, yeah.
I know.
100% would it.
So like,
And the same thing, and I mean this wholeheartedly. If the roles were reversed for this circumstance, I still stand by my same statement. Is that like, say, good looking dude, 22, he's already, or good looking girl, so like he's 22. He's already slutting around. She's already slutting around. Blah, blah, blah. Then she turns 30. She's still cute. She's a comedian. Now she has access to more people. More men are hitting her up. Therefore, she's having sex more often because she's just has access. And maybe there's one or two in there too, which I get, where like they feel pressured because of their power. But like I can see, maybe this is me compassionizing with them too much, is I can get it. Like I understand that like they probably just got caught up where they're like texting a girl just the same way. And who
got caught up?
Like Chris D'Elia.
Okay.
Like I think that he like would get caught up just like, because if you look at the messages, they're always the same.
Yeah.
It's not like one girl's like, oh no, I don't want to, and then he switches up his game or something. They're always like, hey, come to my room, let's make out. Hey, let's have sex.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward, and like he even says it in the video where he thought that he was doing the right thing
by being
very straightforward, which I can get, because it's like I said, he's not getting a girl that's saying no, and then he's like, come on, I'm a fucking funny guy. I got a Netflix special, which I get that it's deeper and there's levels to it, right? But like, I don't think that change. Put it this way, if
you can agree with me that it is messy though, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. I don't think that it's right? Like, I don't think that anybody should live their life that way.
Yeah.
Because the issue with that is you have to, at some point, be empathetic and sympathetic to other people's feelings.
That mentality just takes each one of those girls and basically like dehumanizes them. Like they're essentially not people to him.
Which some people some girls just don't care about that, right? Like
I know
some girls are just like, oh, I had sex with,
and that is true.
And that's cool.
That some girls are also like, fuck it, like I'm just trying. I just want to bang a celebrity.
Like they're like, oh, that's cool. That was a check mark in my book.
But also, it doesn't help that there also is some young girls who might think,
for sure,
oh, like this is my shot with like. I love Chris D'Elia.
It's shitty because I don't think that any male, even like at a celebrity level or like our level, should ever live their life like that, where they're just like fucking hundreds of girls, because there is that like, oh, at some point this woman is going to like, 1 in 100 girls, one of them just is going to perceive sex in the way that like you talk to somebody on a different scale and a different level. Even if you can't comprehend that, it kind of sucks. And when you do it on such a mass scale like he was doing, it sucks, because there is probably plenty of girls that just like felt, like you said, dehumanized, which I get. But like I said,
should his whole career get taken away from him?
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Personally, I don't think so.
But also,
I still believe with Louis as well.
So then this is where Louis is different.
Okay.
So with Chris,
he's a little bit different too, and I'll get to it.
Yeah. So Chris, great looking guy.
Yes.
Famous.
Exactly.
Right.
Probably was fucking before that.
Yeah, going after like his fans, right? So there's that dynamic there, fan celebrity dynamic, and also tons of girls, also young, right? Then Louis, you have about like, let's say 6 instances of female comedians who were like in his circles that he was doing this to.
Yes.
And also like so this one's strange to me. The thing is, I gotta say, I like both of these comedians a lot. Yes. Like for their straight up like comedy. So I'm probably biased.
For sure.
For like in general.
I am too, yeah.
But at least for Louis, it kind of seems like he asked them and like was like very like aware of the thing that he was doing, and it did seem like
they're completely different circumstances, right?
It kind of fit. Maybe the girls were uncomfortable in the situation, and he just didn't know how to read body language. But that one's messy too, because I feel like the girls gave consent to that shit, and he wasn't like locking the door on them, and he wasn't like blocking it with his cock.
Here's my defense.
It was just also a weird one.
Both of them are similar in some ways,
they're
and very different.
Similar in the fact that they're sexual
human beings, and I think that they always were that way. And I don't think that it changed because of the power. I don't think that they changed because of the power, is what I'm saying. Maybe it's me sympathizing. And
I mean, there is
with
definitely power dynamics
but
going along with it.
Louis might even be a little bit worse, in my opinion.
I think Louis is actually less. I think power plays less of it play into that.
No.
Well, this is why I think it's less. Is because I don't think that Louis was whole. Like, if those girls get with Louis, there's no.
Actually, the more that I think about it, Louis is way worse, I think.
If they get with Louis, there's no, like, they don't move up in comedy. There's no, like, there's no barrier to entry.
Really?
How are they moving up in comedy?
That's so wrong.
Why? Go ahead.
Louis C.K. is the top. One of the...
when he was doing this?
When?
Before he was even a known quantity.
He was doing it, though, after that.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Yes.
No.
You'd have to pull up an article, but I remember specifically Sarah Silverman talking about it, like, oh yeah, he did that when we were like younger and stuff.
Yeah,
and then other other people brought it up
when they were great friends. Is there was a
she was one that was early on, but there was other circumstances that were later on in life.
I'm sure they were.
Either way, I think that it's worse doing it in a coworker setting. So that's one.
Well,
I think that's, and I get it, coworker, whatever.
That's a weird thing because they're not like coworkers. They're not coworkers in the sense that there's like the Comedy Store is a workplace and he's jerking off in the work. It's like way different.
When you're a comedian, right? In order to move up, how do you move up?
You have to get notoriety. You have to get notoriety
and move
by building your own audience.
And also, like, none of these people do it solo.
Yeah, that's true.
None of these people do it on their own. So therefore, these people are trying to be.
But Louis doesn't have a platform to like promote these people.
No,
what is his
he is, man. He always did. He was always a writer. Like, even before he became a comic.
What comedians have gotten big because of Louis C.K.? Name one.
I mean, I can't think. I won't name off a specific example, but in the comedy world, people are trying to become friends with other people to also make themselves grow. And it's always been that way, always will be.
Yeah, that's
not wrong.
That isn't wrong, right?
So, like, maybe Louis in this specific, no, they take that away because these people are friends at the end of the day.
Sure.
One, because they find them funny. And two, because, if I'm friends with this funny person, like, I can learn things from them. I can be around them. There is so much to it that you're just writing off. But okay. And I'll say this. Because you like Louis C.K. so much. And that's why I think that you're doing this.
No. Okay. You would agree with comedy that it's a meritocracy. If you're not funny, you're not going anywhere.
Yes, for sure.
Right?
Yes.
But you also need to get lucky in terms of getting big breaks.
Yes.
That being getting on, let's say, for example, if you're a comedian, you get on the Joe Rogan Experience, that's usually a game changer, and your whole life can change like that, essentially.
For sure.
So you're looking for moments like that your whole life. I agree that being friends with somebody like a Louis type can get you...
It does.
With what, though?
It will. It just does, because when
I don't think that's true.
Because if that guy's funny, right? Louis C.K. I'm sure when people saw Louis C.K. at the beginning, maybe some people were like, "This guy's not funny." There was people that did that with all comedians. But when you notice that this guy's really funny, to me, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to become friends with this person. We're going to become friends. I'm going to learn from him. I'm going to become better because that guy's going to strive me to be better. Also, on top of it, now that guy is going to make a break and he's going to be on a TV show. Now I go on his TV show because I was friends with him at the Comedy Store for so long. Stuff like that. That always happens. When one comedian from the Comedy Store goes on a TV show, it's not one comedian. It never is. And it's not like a talent agency went, give me this person, this person, this person, this person. They go up to Whitney and they go, Whitney, you have star power. Thanks for pitching us this idea. We're giving you a show, Whitney. Okay, now Crystalia is on there. This person's on there. This person's on there. That happens. That is just a dynamic in comedy.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure.
No matter what.
Yes.
Even after, you can't look at it at that time he wasn't that big. Okay, at that time, at some point in time, nobody's big, right? Nobody's like, at some point, nobody is big. But still, in everybody's mind, everybody's there is this networking to comedy.
Yeah.
Always has been, always will be.
But so that's not the be all end all to it.
It isn't, but it definitely plays a role into it where this person goes, oh, I can't, because it's also cliquey, right? Like if this person goes up to somebody and goes, oh, Louis was jerking off in front of me, it was really fucking weird. Then at the Comedy Store, you got 10 people going, oh, but Louis is my buddy. Louis is my fucking friend.
That's fair.
And then they go, fuck you, bitch.
That's fair.
Get her out of here. Burn her at the stake.
Yeah.
That's a shitty.
That's true. I'll give you that one.
If anybody comes out at that point in time saying Louis was jerking off in front of me, Louis is a popular person.
That's true. I'll give you that one. I agree with you there.
All of it's been true.
I agree with you there. Where I disagree is that, like, this is the way I saw it, and I could be wrong. I agree with you that just, like, letting it go because it's Louis at the time might be like, now, like, his friends aren't going to, like, want me around or something like that. Or I kind of just want to, like, blend in with the group. That I didn't think of. And that's, like, a legitimate thing.
Yeah, it's a worker thing, though.
But the way I saw it was that I didn't think of it from that point of view. I thought of it as, let's say I'm one of these girls and Louis jerking off. I'm not like, I don't see Louis as my avenue to like shoot upwards.
Yeah, but I don't think that anybody like when.
No, but what you said I agree with a lot.
Yeah.
Is that you might just go fuck it because that my dynamic at like these clubs.
Yes.
I'm just gonna like, I just don't want shit to be weird.
For sure.
Or whatever.
But
I don't want it to like fuck my shit up.
That thing of you, like, you have this rags to riches mindset where like some of these like comedians just like started off with bare minimum and stuff, which every comedian does that.
Yeah.
So like, but that doesn't stop like these people from becoming friends and it being an access, right? Like Jay Leno and like, they like think of the Comedy Store.
So Jay Leno, David Letterman, you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. Think of that, like for example.
Sure.
Right. At some point, there wasn't people going. You know, there was probably some people going, "Yeah, David Letterman's just like a whatever comedian, or Jay Leno's just a whatever." I mean, Jay Leno, from what I hear, was just like right off the rip, really funny, really good. But like, there is these people, but in everybody's mind, whether they want to believe it or not, comedy is a little bit different in the fact that like, a lot of people hang out genuinely because they're just funny, right? There's a reason why they're trying to pursue comedy. There's a reason why they're in it, why they're like doing stuff. It's because they're funny, they're personable, they're people to get along with. But also at that same point, it doesn't matter at what point you're in. Networking is always good, and it is a dynamic that needs to be had. Yes. And that can't be squandered by like...
I'm not trying... Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. But when we say something like... I just don't want... I think it's a... This comparison gets made every now and then. Mm-hmm. I think people who have a bad understanding of the situation will use the Harvey Weinstein as an example that compares it to Louis.
Yeah, no, it's not
and that's like that's the framework that I'm coming from, is that I'm usually going like, it's not like that.
Yeah, no, I never thought of it like that.
I know.
I'm comparing it to like,
but I know, but I'm saying it from like the whole Louis point in general, is where with Harvey Weinstein, he was literally one of the most...
He was the door.
Ruthless. Yeah, he was literally one of the most ruthless, important executives within Hollywood. And if he could just like make your career like that, like he was the gatekeeper. Mm-hmm. And I was saying Louis C.K. was never that.
Yeah, no.
He's never been that. And he's never had that like dynamic or power. Mm-hmm. So when I was saying...
But he has a power to him.
He does have a power.
Everybody does, though.
Yes.
Like, right? Like, if you go to, like, the Comedy Store now...
And all those women, he definitely had more power than. I'm not trying to, like...
More than likely, yes.
Yes, but I don't...
Because also, you have to look at it from this point of view, too, where although it's not on as big of a scale as Harvey Weinstein, and not to compare it to Harvey Weinstein, but like when
the Louis stuff came out, people definitely were making that comparison.
Yeah, but also at the, like, club, right? When you're that top guy, right? Like, it's the same thing. And he probably was, like, even when those were happening, it would be hard for you to say or anybody else to say. He probably was one of the top guys that, like, was it the Comedy Cellar?
What I can say is I don't know, because I wasn't there.
For sure.
I don't know if he was a top guy. I don't know if he was the guy. I don't know if he was like...
But thinking
of it yet, I don't know where level wise. I don't know.
What I'm saying,
that's
though,
what
is
we can definitely say.
When they have it, a lot of times though,
yeah,
there's usually early on, this thing to him where like other comedians see it.
They can recognize that he's probably going to be.
Yes.
So you're saying at the bare minimum he had that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
then when you have a, like girl or something that's trying to just like, get her foot in, and then this guy who's like probably got more followers on whatever than, or which wasn't a thing at the time, but just like
he has a more fan base.
He has more of a fan base,
bigger fan base.
She like is staying there, watching.
You can make the connection to go like
her thing is I need to get my foot in the door. I want to become friends.
I'm gonna let him jerk off because just for the potential of my career helping. Yes. Yeah, that is true.
Because I think that everybody like it's hard, even now, like, right? Like, think of it like this. Like, although Carlos Mencia is such a big person at the time when he was getting canceled, think of it like how hard it is in the comedy scene to cancel anybody that's liked. You know what I mean? Like, Dane Cook was like a known like joke thief or whatever, and it was like impossible for people to bring him down. Carlos Mencia was even hard at times to like take down because he was so popular and stuff like that.
The Carlos Mencia joke thief and Dane Cook joke thief thing, also slightly different. Carlos Mencia was like a definitive. He would sit in the back of club and just write people's shit down. Dane Cook.
But what I'm saying is, speaking up, is what I'm saying is, it's in the comedy scene especially. It's hard to throw another comedian underneath the bus.
Yeah,
because it is that thing where like we kind of agreed on, or we first definitively agreed on, is that the bitch called my buddy Carlos Mencia a joke thief.
Yeah.
And then it's like, fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You need to have the same exact notoriety or more notoriety, which is where Joe Rogan ended up being lucky.
Well, not even, because he lost his manager.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of the Comedy Store, and like Carlos was still like he lost everything for that. So that's why it's so hard for people to come forward in general, especially with
about
women.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it's like
especially with women, because people go, I mean, it's hard for me to like put myself away from it, but like when a comedian I like a Chris or Louis, something happens to them, I try to find
Do you remember the first?
I try to find reasons that these girls are wrong.
Yeah.
It's like just because
I try to be like, even with this, like I've been trying to be on the fence on both.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I do think genuinely, like, I don't think that Chris really did anything like too bad. I think that he got too caught up in it too quick.
I think they both did some bad.
The best way to explain it is like a teen celebrity, right? A teen celebrity is like Justin Bieber, for example, gets into his 20s and is just the same way, but he's like on a bigger scale, able to do more. So he just therefore is worse at the forefront. Same thing with Chris D'Elia. He's always kind of been like this guy. And then when he got this notoriety and known more, he was in the more public eye, he had the access to it. I just don't think that it's like a power dynamic where he was forcing these people and stuff like that.
Well, Chris was doing it well into his 30s and late 30s.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Is like, I just don't think that these people changed because of things. I just think that they are who they are, which is bad. I mean, change.
Yeah.
Be better. But like, I don't know.
Well,
it's hard to get mad
just because they are who they are doesn't mean it's good.
No, yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think that being like a slut in any circumstance. Like, even though like, it's like, oh, cool, you fucked Rihanna. Dope. But like, at the same time, it's like,
who fucked Rihanna?
I'm just saying. Like,
I thought you were gonna say Chris D'Elia fucked Rihanna. I was like, damn, that shit's cool.
But yeah, but like, what I'm saying is like in high school, right? Like somebody comes up to you and they've had sex like 20 times in high school, and then they're like, they had sex with this really hot chick. You're like, oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's probably not cool either.
But it's not cool.
Yeah,
like it when you get older, you kind of realize that, and like,
yeah, I mean,
even I could be better.
Yeah, I would want to do it, right? But
yeah.
Definitely can't.
Because you have to think of other people's feelings too. Like, even if you don't care and you're just like seeing it as sex, somebody does.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I think I was going to say some last thing.
Do you pee out the thing? You have flaps on your underwear. Do you pee out that thing?
No, I take my complete pants off.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Good night.
Hasta luego.